You're watching Football Daily and here are this week's biggest transfer headlines. You know the drill by now, so let's get straight into it. Speculation over the future of Mauricio Pochettino has been building in recent weeks, following a report by Goal that the former Spurs coach could leave PSG at the end of the season, and that he remains Man United's #1 target as the successor to Ralf Rangnick, despite reports that the Red Devils interim is more keen on Ajax manager Erik ten Hag. But this week it has emerged that United could face serious competition for Poch, with the Mail claiming that Real Madrid could go in for him too. According to the reports, the Spanish giants wanted to hire the Argentinian coach last summer, when he was also tipped for a return to Tottenham, but PSG refused to let him go. And while Carlo Ancelotti has helped Los Blancos build a 6-point lead at the top of La Liga, they currently trail Pochettino's side in the Champions League last 16, and failure in Europe rarely bodes well for Real Madrid managers. What's more, the report also suggests that Pochettino's connection with Kylian Mbappé could also be a factor in Florentino Perez's thinking. Back in December, the French forward spoke of the close relationship he enjoys with the coach, telling CNN that he talks with him all the time. Exploiting this connection could be a good way of luring both player and managers to the Bernabeu in the summer, especially if the Liga and leaders end up landing another Mbappé favourite in Zinedine Zidane. But where do you see Pochettino going after PSG? Let us know in the comments. Over to Man City now, but with an eye still firmly on Madrid, as it appears one of Pep Guardiola's prized players could be set for a move to the Spanish capital. Bernardo Silva has not only been City's standout player this term, but is currently the favourite after Mo Salah to win the PFA Player of the Year award. But it wasn't so long ago that his days at the Etihad looked numbered, with the signing of Jack Grealish threatening the Portuguese midfielder's game time, and the player apparently wanting to be closer to his family following the COVID lockdown. With Atletico and Barcelona both interested, it appeared he was set for a move to Spain last summer. The situation has clearly changed, but links still remain with La Liga, and now it's Real Madrid who are supposedly keen to sign him. With Luka Modric and Toni Kroos getting no younger, another midfielder to play with Camavinga, Valverde and Casemiro is surely part of the long-term thinking at the Bernabeu, and Bernardo's mix of skill, creativity and tenacity make him a standout candidate. What's more, according to Calcio Mercato, Real is a dream destination for the 27-year-old, and with his contract up in just over 2 years, this summer would be the time to sell if City want to get a decent return on their investment. However, Fabrizio Romano confirmed last week that he is in talks to extend his deal at the Etihad, following a report by The Times at the start of the month that stated City are confident he will commit his long-term future to the club. But one player who has been somewhat less vital to City's cause this term is Gabriel Jesus, who despite registering more league assists than anyone else in the squad, hasn't started a game since New Year's Day and has sat out of the last 3 with injury. And with Pep Guardiola set to go in for another striker in the summer, it's no surprise to see the Brazilian linked with a move away. According to reports in Italy, Jesus has caught the attention of Inter Milan. The Nerazzurri did well to cover for the loss of Romelu Lukaku with the free pickup of Edin Dzeko, but with the Bosnian striker turning 36 next month and Lautaro Martinez going through a dry patch, another goalscorer could be targeted in the summer. The club's interest in Sassuolo striker Gianluca Scamacca is no secret, with Gazzetta dello Sport reporting that the 23-year-old is keen on a move to the San Siro. But Inter sporting director Piero Ausilio is also a fan of Jesus, having tried to sign him from Palmeiras before he made the move to City in 2016. According to Ausilio, the Italian club actually made a better offer than City, but the player was more keen on playing under Guardiola, and Inter ended up signing Gabigol instead. With the Brazil international's contract up in 2023, now would be a good time to strike. But with City also reportedly keen to tie him down to new terms, it will ultimately depend on what the player wants to do. Down to Chelsea now, as it appears the Blues could be readying a move for yet another forward this summer. That's because a new report has emerged stating that the London club are interested in Leeds star Rafinha. The Brazilian winger was left out of the starting lineup on the weekend by Marcelo Bielsa, but came on to score against Man United, and has been the club's only consistent source of goals this term. However, with reports in recent months linking him with the likes of Bayern Munich, Barcelona and Liverpool, there is certainly a sense that it's only a matter of time before the 25-year-old leaves Elland Road. According to the Mirror, the Leeds hierarchy are not keen to sell him until January 2023 at the earliest, with the apparent logic being that if he impresses at the Qatar World Cup, then his value will peak. But with his current contract due to expire in 2024, that could be a risky game, while his alleged €75 million release clause is already at the top end of what they could expect to get for him. And a new report from footballtransfers.com suggests that if Bielsa's side get relegated, a second buyout clause worth just €25 million will be activated. activated. If true, this would be a disaster for the Yorkshire club, who would post just a €6.4 million profit on the start if this were to happen. With the Whites currently 5 points above the drop zone, fans shouldn't be too worried just yet, but there will no doubt be a rush to sign the Brazilian should the worst happen. And with a potential move to Barcelona apparently dependent on the Blaugrana gaining Champions League qualification, Chelsea are now the reported frontrunners for his signature. Marina Granovska is apparently keen to make a deal happen, but given the excellent form of Hakim Ziyech, it's difficult to see where exactly he'd fit right now. But which club do you think would suit Rafinha the best? How much is he worth? And do you think there is anything to these rumours? We're not so sure. Let us know down below. Over to rivals Arsenal now, where the search for a goal scorer continues. The Gunners are currently set to lose Alexandre Lacazette for free in the summer, which would leave Eddie Nketiah as their only centre forward, while their interest in Alexander Isak and Jonathan David is well documented. But with Newcastle now reported to be eyeing up David, technical director Edu could set his sights elsewhere. And this week they've been linked with an unlikely move for Atletico Madrid star Joao Felix. According to El Chiringuito's Eduardo Inda, Atleti manager Diego Simeone is keen to shift the Portuguese youngster and bring in countryman Gonzalo Guedes in his place. The timing of such reports is a little odd, with Felix grabbing a goal and 2 assists in his last 3 La Liga games. But his output has been disappointing this term, with just 6 total goal involvements in 800 minutes and a combination of injuries and poor form limiting him to just 7 league starts. Now 22, the wait for the forward to explode at the Wanda Metropolitano is about to enter its 3rd year. According to Inda, the main obstacle to selling Felix is the need to recoup much of the €120 million that was spent on him back in 2019, and doing so would only be realistic if he was sold to a Premier League club. From our perspective, this report seems to be a simple joining of 2 narratives. Atleti would want big money for Felix, and Arsenal are the English club currently most likely to spend big on a forward. But with just 16 goals across the best part of 3 seasons, the former Benfica man doesn't seem to fit the profile that the Gunners are looking for. But should they miss out on their prime targets, we wouldn't be surprised to see this rumour re-emerge in the summer. We finish up at Everton, who have weirdly been re-linked with James Rodriguez this week. And the source, James Rodriguez himself, who during a question and answer session on his Twitch stream revealed that he'd be up for returning to Goodison Park, describing Everton as a spectacular club with incredible fans. He also seemed to suggest that he would still be at the club now were it not for Rafa Benitez, saying, "I wanted to stay there but the manager didn't want to count on me. Until the last day I was super professional and trained to the fullest." This has been backed up by former teammate Richarlison, who recently told reporters how hard James was training last summer, and that, quote, out of nowhere, Benitez decided he wasn't in his plans. Whether this would actually result in the Colombian making a dramatic return to the Premier League outfit feels unlikely, but stranger things have happened. And there's absolutely no doubt that the Toffees could do with some of his star quality right now. So that's all we have time for on this week's Transfer Talk, but which of these rumours can you see coming true? If any of them, let us know down below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like and subscribe to Football Daily if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.